Happy Friday, everybody. Made it to the end of the work week. If you work traditional work hours, I suppose. Some people do work on the weekend. Today on the farm, what are we gonna do? We gotta go take care of some fields. We need to... I know I said last time I need to make a checklist. I need to take care of this field over here as well. I need to figure out what I'm gonna plant, is the problem. We're in October. Not a lot of stuff we can plant that doesn't have a later harvest. We can plant some grass or oilseed radish. I think the grass is going to be what we go for just this first season. Maybe we'll do oilseed radish. I don't know. Let's see. We need a roller to take care of our field here. Let's see. This field is harvested. It is plowed, as you can see there on the right. Right here, the dark purple means that this field is plowed. Our cornfield is harvested. Our field that we planted wheat right here is currently growing. The soil composition needs plowed. This is our test field, remember. It has stones, it needs rolling. This is the one we just did. It has stones in it. This one needs harvested. It's also probably going to have stones in it. We'll just leave it on this screen for now. This is our precision farming here. We're at 47. I casually watched a video yesterday about that. We'll see how much I remember. We haven't done a soil sample of the test wheat field we have right here, so that's why it's still showing brown, whereas these are showing silty clay, sandy loam, sandy loam, silty clay. So I think what we'll do, we need to get a roller. We're gonna need the big tractor, it looks like, for this, I think. Or we pick up the rocks. I don't remember what the real benefits were. Is 25,000. The roller is 41,000. And we are probably also going to need to get a fertilizer spreader because I cannot figure out the one that we already have. It doesn't show it as a fertilizer spreader, so I'm really confused. Let's see, it's a cedar. This one right here is the one that we have. It shows that it takes seed and fertilizer. We have fertilizer in it, but it doesn't put down the fertilizer for some odd reason. I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. So yeah, we're gonna probably end up having to buy one of these guys. Actually, we're gonna need to buy one anyway because it also spreads lime, and we need to get lime as well. Ooh, we are gonna start to get a little tight on money here. bear with me for just a sec here. I'm going to look and no. I'm going to look and see for rocks, stone picking. Alright. Let's check the map. I'm gonna guess those are small stones. They're only yellow. Medium would be red or orange. Red would be large stones. So what we are going to do is we're gonna roll them. We're not gonna pick them up. 350 horsepower. We ain't got the money for that anyway. 160 horsepower. Not sure though. Wheels really matter. Can't even adjust the wheels, so either get the Trelleborg or the BKT. I'll be curious if it even makes a difference in the field. We'll just stick with the default one. Could lease it, I guess. It's the lease cost. 2,000 bucks. We're gonna commit to it. So we're gonna buy one of those. And we are going to buy a spreader first. Let's see. 246 horsepower. So it shouldn't have. Oh, these don't even look like they have requirements. These look like they're the exact same, just hold a little bit more or less. It's 14,000 liters. We'll start small. Actually, this does herbicide and liquid fertilizer. Obviously, because it's liquid, it's not going to spray. It's not going to spray lime. We also need to look and see if I can find it. We need to locate a weeder. I think they're under grassland care, maybe. Oh man. Does this roll and weed at the same time? Oh, but this is probably a, this is a grass roller though, I think. And a seeder? God dang, look at that thing. So it weeds, it rolls, and it seeds? Maybe that's what I needed to buy, was one of these. Oh, there's the weeders right there. I was looking right at them. 6 meters wide. How wide is our plow? The plow is 3 meters wide. Okay, so we got an idea of what that is then. That's double the width. So this one can weed and seed. We already have a seeder though. And you only can seed certain things with these, it looks like. Alright, well, for now we spent enough money. We're gonna have to get the big tractor out today. Because the little guy... Jesus. The little guy is not gonna have enough horsepower to pull what we need, I don't think. So... I really need to like have like a little scratch pad with me or a notebook so I can kind of lay out what I want to do. Just take a couple days off from playing. Got other stuff going on. You can't remember what the heck you wanted to do. Real quick before we take off. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna roll. Let's pop over to the sunflower field here. Get it drove, would have been quicker if that's okay. So this was the sunflower field. Currently needs nitrogen and it needs lime. Actually, I'm glad we didn't buy the weeder. Because it doesn't say weeds are growing. Earlier, maybe it was like a glitch or something. It said that it needed weeds. It said weeds are growing. Maybe the weeds are growing over on the other field. Maybe I'm confusing the field. But regardless, we're going to roll these small little rocks into the field because I didn't realize they caused damage to your tractors. I thought, I don't know what I thought they were for. I guess I didn't really take the time to read what they are, what the stones actually are for. But apparently they damage your equipment, and we obviously don't want that happening. So we're gonna press those back in. We're gonna get the spreader, and we're going to spread some lime on the field. And then what I think we're going to do is plant, then fertilize, I think is what we want to do. I can't remember. Like I said, I did a little bit of research. I wasn't fully paying attention. There were pros and cons to fertilizing before you plant and after you plant. I can't remember off the top of my head what it was. I want to say if you fertilize before you seed, you're using a set amount of fertilizer, and if you do it post-seeding, it kind of varies the rate because I want to say like the seeds may, like the seed rate, the planting rate might be higher at certain areas based on the type of soil, and with that you may need more fertilizer. I could be completely way off based, but yeah, like I said, I was not fully paying attention. So let's grab this guy. We're gonna go ahead and roll the field. I'm actually going to third person so I can see just to get this out. I'm not sure how wide Yeah, we fit. Alright, remember last time we were playing, we got absolutely destroyed at this corner, so definitely gonna peep that before anything happens. Let's get back into first person and not cause any problems. So I think we'll be doing a majority of the work probably in the big tractor today. Like I said, the 4020, like I want to say tops out at like 82 horsepower, and I think you need 100 or 120 to pull this roller. So that's why we got the 4955, maybe is what this one is called. Oop, I turned too early. That's alright. Yeah, let's hop out real quick. Yeah, we got the 4955 today. Oh, it's cool, you can see the engine fan in there turning. That's pretty nifty. So we got the 4955 today. We're going to use the power roll by Dalbo. So let's go on ahead and get started on this. We are rolling the I'm wondering if we should just roll after the seed. That's right. It's not gonna take us that long. We'll do it twice for this time, I guess. I mean, look how big this thing is in comparison to, like, I have to zoom out quite a bit. This thing is overkill for our field, and this was the smallest roller. So the next roller is twice the size, just under twice the size of what we have. So this is the smallest roller you can even get. Because I think these rollers are specific for grass. I don't think they'll push the rocks in. They don't say that they do. Much like this one kind of talks about how it improves the soil quality. So we got the roller down, put her on cruise control. Oh, look how nice that looks. That looks great. Yeah, this isn't going to take us long at all. And the tires didn't even really matter because the tires come up while you're rolling, so the tires aren't even in the field. So good, cool. I'm gonna pull my mini map up. I forgot I took it out. So yeah, this is 12 meters wide. It's pretty big. Comparison to the plow being 3. The plow, when we pull behind the tractor, is maybe a couple rows wider than the actual tractor itself. This is nice. I like this. This is good. I might have to look in the mod hub and see if there is a smaller roller, so that way the smaller tractor can do the rolling in the smaller field that we have over there planting wheat. This light is going to be way off, but that's okay. Yeah. Definitely don't have a problem with doing this one twice on this field, because this is going to be done. We're even overlapping right there. We'll try and go at a little bit of an angle here, and then we'll correct it so we're not. This is kind of hard to drive because it's so wide. Not used to covering so much ground at once. The turns are a lot different, but yep, we'll probably do We'll need one pass for the right, obviously, and the one to the left, we may be able to squeeze out in a pass if my lines don't overlap. I keep a straighter line here. We might be able to do that. Ooh, we missed a spot. Shoot. Not much, but enough. It's kind of hard to tell with the speedometer right there too. And, zoom out a little bit more so we can see. Dang, we're missing again. All right, this is a little bit more challenging than I thought it would be. It takes some practice to use the roller, I think. We'll just leave that little bit of an overlap. We'll make sure we get everything. I don't want to keep going back and forth. Now, when we look on our map after we get this done, we shouldn't have any yellow pebbles on the map. For this field, anyway. Next time I do this, I'll line everything up better, so that way we're not doing so much overlapping. But first time using the roller and using a tool this wide, it's kind of hard to control. Let's flip the cruise on. I don't hold the trigger down as much. Not really sure what the purpose is of that mirror up in the right hand corner there. You're not really seeing much other than, I guess, the rocks being pressed in. Not sure what other tool, unless that gauge, like if you had like a seeder, you could read that gauge. I'm not really sure. Yeah, that's the inside of the cab here. All the controls are on the right. Here. Yep, we're gonna have to do another pass. That's okay. Got like some drone footage here. This is some terrible overlapping here. My lines were very, very crooked. So let's go. Yeah, you can see how it updated. We're getting all the little rocks out. That's nice. That's what we want to see. So then after this, we'll go get the spreader. And we will, let's lift this up. It's a little bit easier to turn into this little space. We will throw down some lime. It's to bring the pH up. And then what we will do is we'll figure out what we're gonna plant, I guess. We might be planting grass, we might plant some of the oil. I don't know. Like I said, I don't have a game plan at the moment. I wish I did. Because you can plant oat, corn, and sunflowers, soybeans. It'd be cool to plant soybeans. I don't think you need any special tools, harvesters, I mean, like harvester headers to pick up the soybeans, so guess we can take a peek at that. This is our header. And it does cover soybeans, oat, wheat, barley, canola, and I believe that last icon on the far right is sorghum. So we can do all of that with what we currently have. And yeah, pretty much everything I listed is at the beginning of next year, with the exception of, pull this up, wheat and barley can be planted right now. Let's look at prices. Obviously it's gonna be hard to go off of because these are prices right now, not what they're selling at. So we are currently in October. October is on the up of the candle, if you will. It looks like you want to sell canola in December. And oat you want to sell around January. Barley again in January, wheat again in January. The sunflowers we sold because we're pretty close to the top. Interesting. Soybeans. When does soybeans harvest? Not until October. So soybeans plant in April or May. They harvest in October or November, and the best time to sell them is the following July. So we'd be looking at like 2 years if we wanted to sell at a good price. Otherwise, when we harvested them, they would be down. So you know what? Let's see here. You harvest barley and wheat in July. And the time to sell those is December or January. That's a little bit less. Canola, I'm pretty sure we missed the window on planting that. Yep, so we can't plant canola. There's a lot of stuff in here you can sell. Sheesh. The problem is if we plant grass, grass doesn't grow November, December, January, February. So it'd get one growth in May, or April, March, I mean. And then we'd have to harvest it. It wouldn't even be worth growing unless we're going to plant corn again. We could do that with soybeans too, and then plant soybeans in May. Plant sorghum in May as well. Alright. This field that we're on right now, this is going to be grass. I think, is what I want to do. The other field is going to be wheat or barley. Harvest those in July or August. And they sell high in January. And wheat sells higher, it looks like. And right now it's down low. We want to sell the corn probably in January, if I had to guess. We'll keep an eye on the prices because corn is really low right now. When does oat grow? Oat starts in March. Oh, we got some decisions to make, I suppose. Of course, we hit the tree. Kind of hard to see through here. Oh, yes. Huh. Well. The indecision continues. I wish I had a better game plan. I think... I don't know. Alright, let's figure out where we're going to park the roller, though. This thing's kind of chunky. Probably go park it over next to the plow. There's room. That shed's getting a little tight over there. Yeah, we got the sample thing over there. It's alright. Perfect. We'll leave that right there. Now what we need to do is buy a weeder, or a spreader. So I'm just giving up on our spreader. I don't think it works. Good news is we've got plenty of fertilizer. This spreads 12 to 18 meters, which is good. Which is, like, it's going to be bigger than what we were just doing, so that's good. I don't know if we'll be able to pull this thing or not. Oh, you gotta have the extension to be able to get to 1400. That's where they get you. Alright, well, we're gonna do that. Alright, we'll throw some Continentals on this because we're gonna want some narrow tires. This is getting expensive already. I don't know what this does though. Oh, it increases your spread. honestly, I think for what we're doing, we'll just stick with the 12 meters of spread. At the narrow tires there. We want the big extension. That's the one we want. Okay. And then what we need is interesting. They don't, lime doesn't come in a pallet. Big pallet bag, I bet it does. Yep, there it is. It's 2,000 liters. We're gonna learn our lesson like we did from last time, and we are only gonna buy one pallet. Not 6 last time. Actually, what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to try and use the little tractor. Well, nah, we'll just stick with the big guy. I'd hate to drive all the way over there and then the little tractor. Can't pull the spreader. I think I probably could, but it's alright. Give the old big tractor a go. He's only got 1.8 hours on it. Oh yeah, definitely a good idea to bring the big tractor. I don't think the little tractor is gonna be able to hang with this guy. This thing is a lot bigger than I thought it was. Oh, it's in there. Okay. We're gonna leave it on automatic application rate because I don't want to mess with all that stuff. I didn't realize it was filling in there because this thing is so big. And yeah, This spreader may be overkill for what we're using. I guess I didn't realize how big 14,000 liters was. Blue car, if we wouldn't have went as quick as we did, he was gonna hit us. So we'll see how much 2,000 liters gets us. And it looks like it's going to rain again. I don't know if this affects the fertilizer application and stuff. There's not really a any information in that game manual that says what rain does. Oh, that person died. Good thing there is not death in this game because they just got absolutely smoked. Alright, let's oh, we are doing it right now. Okay, bad idea. We just wasted a lot of lime. Alright, good to know. Definitely, alright, we're gonna need a lot more lime. And don't start it until we're on the field. Because we probably lost like 250 liters of lime right there. Turn that off. Well, almost running out here. Alright, very good to know. That is very aggressive at applying lime. And, like, I don't even know where to start. Here? It's a wild spread. It's a terrible line. What a terrible line. Oh, jeez. Oh, boy. I don't know what I'm doing. My controls are off. Yikes. Learning a lot of new stuff today with the new tools that we're bringing into the field. So let's try and line this up a little bit better here. I don't know what Y is doing. I've got the fertilizer on. Alright, we are out. Okay. We're just gonna leave it like that and go back into first person. We got some learning to do with this stuff. Let's go get You know, we're gonna stock up on the lime actually, because we're gonna need to lime the other field. So each one is 2,000 liters, and we can hold 14. Yes, so we can hold 14. Oops, not fertilizer. Go by 6. Nice even number. Pause. Let's jump off and go look at the limed field though. So you can see here, bad pH, okay pH, good, perfect. So this right here is going to need a little bit more, but we want it to be perfect. So I assume when we kind of do some overlap in here, we'll be in the perfect range here, which is what we want. This is all bad, so it's obviously going to use more as well, because we have it set to automatic, so it'll use the necessary amount to get it to perfect, is my understanding. So that's what we want to see. And then this number should slowly increase as we increase everything on the field. Right now it's really taking a hit from nitrogen, pretty much not being... No, that's not even the right field. Yeah, just our environmental score in general, I guess, is taking a hit from the lack of nitrogen on the said fields, I guess. I don't know. We'll work to improve that. Alright. Okay, so whoa, that was bumpy. I think one thing that would be really cool, there might be a mod for it, but to be able to see other tractors in the fields and on traffic, like going to pick up stuff from the shop or delivering stuff, I think that'd be really cool to see other farm equipment out doing stuff. And then as you take the contract from them or whatever, then obviously they're not on the field anymore, but I think that'd be pretty cool. There are all of our pallets. Open the cover. Drive up next to it. And we can press in the left joystick to start filling it up. And there you can see we're going to have a lot more this time, so it should be a lot easier to see how full this gets. Apparently I have to press left stick each time. So now this will have enough lime to obviously finish the field that we're working on, but then we can take this over back to the farm. We can plow and roll the old cornfield and get that lime as well. And then once we have that all taken care of, we'll unload this, which I assume we'll probably put it back into pallets, or it'll be bags, one of the two. Perfect. and then we can plant some seeds. We'll flip over to, what's it called? We'll plant the seeds, we'll roll them, and then we'll flip over to the fertilizer that we have back at the farm. And we will throw down some fertilizer. Nobody's gonna stop. Okay, so let's try and angle this a little bit better here. Trees aren't in the way. Now this is gonna be a little overkill because it's such a narrow line that we have to do, but try and get it in the middle as much as I can. I'm gonna wait until we're on here. Let's go to town. And then you can see on the mini-map there that the color of the field is changing. Is still not that good. So we got a lot of lime waste here, I want to say, unless the game's smart enough to not cost you the what's going in the grass. But you know, if this was real life, you'd be wasting a lot of lime because of everything shooting off into the left and to the right because you're overlapping it. So we'll get to the end here. Turn everything off. Hop out real quick and check what we're looking at here. Perfect. That's what we like to see. Everywhere we're walking is perfect.
Passed down all those years ago. He'll do everyone he knows and say, you all sing along.
So what I'm going to do is actually come to the far side here so we can try and eliminate as much waste of the lime as possible. That's about 90 right there. And hopefully this spreads all the way. It does not. Missed it. Just a row off. It's alright. Didn't get very far, so. It's just like want to do that, maybe? Just keeps on coming round again. A link in the chain. Just want to check real quick. We are getting perfect all the way to the edge there with that, so that's good. Turn this back on. We're just gonna take it nice and slow and keep it as straight as we can. Circle that's unbroken, will within a win.
a field, like a drop to the rain, like a car to a train. A voice that sings an old refrain, a link in the chain, like a song on the wind. Doesn't end or begin, just keeps on coming round again. A link in the chain, yeah, it keeps on coming round again. A link in the chain, a link in the chain.
Just about to the end of the row here. And stop. Did I miss a corner? Did we cut it off too short? It's counting it as perfect. There is just this one little square that we didn't actually get, but the game's gonna be nice and count it perfect, so. I used a lot to get that corner, but my OCD wanted that to happen. Hopefully this catches. Perfect. That's what I like to see. Except we're gonna have to scoot it over so it catches these terrible lines that I made. That's okay. I can account for that. Might be overlapping a little bit here, but that's okay. I want to make sure that we get this laid down and cover as much as we can here. And that's for that there. Turn it off here real quick. We'll catch this last bit right there. We'll loop around. I think we can get everything on the next pass. The fertilizer spreader is on. However, it's not detecting this. For some reason. Automatic is on. Fertilizer is on. Well, it's perfect. So that's good. So we don't gotta worry about it. Don't like that it's not actually covered, but that's okay. So we had 12,000 in here, 2,000 before. We're at 7,600. That's what? 4 puts us at 8. We're at 44, about 6,400 more or less liters, and we still got this strip to go. Yeah, I guess we'll see how much we use to cover the field. Again, there's probably some waste in here because I wasn't too accurate. It's the first time using the tool. But we'll have a rough estimate anyway. Usually when you take into account of a project, you add 10% materials to your project. I have a feeling if you did that in farming, that'd be very wasteful though. Looks like we're gonna be right about 6,000. 6,005, so we'll call it 8,000 more or less for this field because we had 2,000 from previously. And this field, look at that, there's no rocks, nothing. Let's see, this field is 1.4 hectare. This one is 1.9. So if we had to guesstimate, it's about 50% bigger. So 50% of 8,000, it's gonna take about 12,000 then. It's probably gonna take a whole truckload to do this. So we're gonna be 5 liters over, I guess. Alright, so what we will do is go back to the shop here. What do the big bags come in? 1,000 and 2,000. $350 for 2,000. Or $450 for 2,000. We're getting ahead. Why am I spending the extra $100 for the pallet? It's not like we're transporting these things anywhere. Oh, we do not need 12,000 though. We need 6,000. Dang. I think you're getting a deal by buying it in a pallet. You're paying an extra $100 to have it on a pallet. Oh crap, we caught that bump again. It'd be different if we were buying it and taking it back to the farm, but we're just loading it up. We just saved ourselves $300 after spending an extra $600 because we wanted a pallet. And then there'll just be 5 liters left at the shop, I suppose. Because we're 5 liters over. Once I can figure out how to put the bag on the hood of the tractor. Bring it back with us, but I'm not going to put much effort into 5 liters. This was real life, you could put it in the tractor with you. 5 liters ain't nothing. You set it right down next to you, right over there. Probably throw it on the freaking spreader somewhere too. Or you just overload it by 5 liters, I don't think. Take the cover off. Alright, there's our massive bags of seed. Or lime, I mean. That we're gonna use. That's too funny. An extra $100 for the pallet. And it also sucks we're gonna be 5 liters over. Oh, load it up. Oh, yeah, my math was off. I forgot we can hold 14,000. Nice. But then we bought the extended edition. All that worrying for nothing. Trying to get creative. Alright, we're gonna dive the corner. Oof, red car was coming in hot. Okay, so we got the lime. Got the lime applied to the old sunflower field. Field 5, if I remember right. We're gonna head back up to the farm to the old cornfield. We're going to plow that and roll it and lime it just like we did with this field. Already been playing about an hour. It's probably gonna take longer for that field because we still gotta plow. Probably gonna stop the stream after that. We'll see. We'll see what it looks like after we get that field done. But if I stop after that, it'll give me some time to think about how I want to plant my crops. I'd have to worry about that. Let's see, where are we gonna park this bad boy? For now we'll just pull through, because we're gonna break out the little tractor for plowing. Here, kind of like so. It's covered for the most part. Tractor's covered even though it needs washed. So here are the fertilizers, and these are the seeds. Are over here. What I thought was a fertilizer and seeder apparently is only a seeder, even though you can see right there that it has 830 liters of fertilizer currently in it. So what I'm gonna do before I load up the other spreader with fertilizer is I'm gonna load this up with a seed, because right now it only has fertilizer in it if I remember right. And we're going to try and seed and see if we seed and fertilize at the same time. Again, this is our test field. That's why it shows it needs rolling. This thing is. That was the first field that I bought, or the second field that I bought. First field I started actually doing stuff on. It's a mess for this season. Let's go. Let's grab the little tractor here real quick. Get the old 4020. Actually one thing here, the trailer that this is on is actually designed for hay bales, but I needed something cheap to haul all these pallets, so I think it was like $2,000 for that trailer, so it worked out pretty nice. And we do have a bunch of hay over here. Gonna have to get like a fork for the front end of the tractor to be able to lift these things up, because these things are 8,400 liters a piece, 490 kilograms. I don't know if I can turn those into silage by just putting them in my silage area, or not. They don't sell for very much. Like we're looking at most, they sell for $88. So in the winter month, because that's coming up, in the winter months, I might be taking that to go sell that stuff, because I mean, again, that was from my test area. Didn't really have any plans with it. I just wanted to test out all the baling equipment. So that's kind of what that was for. This white tool right here straight ahead. This is the actual bale loader. So it takes the squares into this piece right here. So this folds out like this on the side. You drive. The bales go into like this willow wedge right here. Pulls them in with these tracks, if you will. Pulls the bale into right there. Sends it into the back of here. And then this stack right here stacks them. And that's how I got that stack of like how they were like kind of like in those square bricks. These square bricks or rectangle bricks. They have 14 hay bales in them a piece. So that's kind of how that worked. I also might invest in another plow. We'll see. I don't mind taking my time to plow, but it's only 3 meters wide. It kind of takes a while to get this thing done. The modified ripper here. The problem is they're expensive and they all require a lot of horsepower. So like even if I bought a new one, I could only buy this one, which is 3.7 meters. This is what we currently have, 3 meters. So we could buy this, or I could buy this. So that's 450 horsepower, that's 410. Our current tractor is 245, if I remember it. The big boy is 245. This is 320, again, 180, 310. And the reason I like this one that I have right now is because it's square. It's super easy to pull, easy to do the lines and stuff like that. So that's kind of why I have this specific plow anyway. So we'll just check the field here real quick. See, yeah, so this was the one that actually said that the weeds are growing. We're plowing it, so that's going to should eliminate the weeds. It might not right here because we're still plowing, but by plowing it, we'll eliminate the weeds. And then again, you can see the pH value is terrible all over the place here. So we'll throw down the lime to fix that, and then post-seeding, we'll throw down the fertilizer, which will bring up the nitrogen. But when we get done plowing, we'll have to roll the rocks back into the ground like we did the other field. So if I were buying my fields all over again, probably wouldn't buy this one. It's pretty hilly. When I bought the fields, I did not do any like eyesight scouting, if you will. I was just looking at the map, checking the price, checking the kind of the acreage. I didn't want that big of fields, so I was checking that. And then there is I'm going to pause here so we don't go haywire. There is, if you go to farmland here, say select here, you can see the yield potential is 101%. This one is 109%. This is why I bought this one, 109% yield. It's also not that big of a field versus these ones that are ginormous, like this one, 111% yield. However, it's 2.25 hectare. Same thing here, 116%. The fields are getting bigger and bigger, as you can see there. This one, not good yield potential, but it had corn existing on it. It's right by the farm, which is right here. And like I said, I didn't go into the field to see it, so I was just kind of going off of these stats that I was looking at, like I was saying, not realizing how hilly this field is. You'll see as we progress through the plowing here that the middle of the field is very hilly. In one of my other videos when I was harvesting, the little tractor had the trailer, like the green trailer, attached to it, and it could not make it up the hill, and I had to go get the other tractor because it was on the backside of the hill. I didn't really realize that. So yeah, nice that this is really close to the farm. Not that nice because the actual layout of the field is got a hill in the middle of it. It's hard to keep the line straight because it's really bouncy. Yeah, you can kind of see here. I'll kind of get it. The first person's aren't really that good, but you can just see the hill right there in the middle. Even coming up, there's an incline coming up right in front of us.
sticky stuff, it gets tricky when you know it's alone. And you don't know where to go. Not sure what to say, do you like it anyway? The money's pretty great, bet you 20 you'll go great. It's alone. And you don't know what to say. Have you written a friend? Someone you trust to help you man? Someone to depend upon? Have you looked alive through some ordinary eye? Television scene now, what nobody likes, it's alone. And you try not to try. Show me what to love, don't you mention what it costs. If you don't know what to love, maybe you're lost. It's a long life, so be your own boss. Have you made your mind? Someone you found to help you be kind, someone to depend upon. Happiness, a charm, is more complex than your palm. Everybody yearns for some, but nobody's calm. It's alone. To sing a sad song. So try variety and sample every grain of rice. Have you tried variety? I heard it tastes nice. It's a long night. Sample every spice. Have you written a friend? Someone who tries to love. Someone to depend upon.
tractor is dirty. Look at all that mud on the console there. Yeah, take her into the shop. Get her washed up. Probably get her fixed up too. It's got like 42% damage on it, I think, right now. Something like that. This thing's been beat to crap. Alright. This pass done. Ugh, there's so much left. Done. Probably like 40% done because there's still probably over half the field over there. This is probably why I don't think I will be planting corn or sunflowers, because it'll have the need plow status on it, and you'll take a hit on your yield if I remember right. It also doesn't contribute to your precision farming score. By plowing, you get 0 points for plowing the field, so it's kind of a, you're going to lose somewhere. You're either going to lose your yield or you're going to lose on the precision score, and I thought I'd rather lose on the precision score than lose out on my yield, so that's why I'm actually plowing right now. So next time we'll plant a crop that doesn't require plowing, and then we can do like a shallow plow, shallow cultivating, whatever you want to call it. That'll increase the precision farming score of the field. On the flip side, we'll have to do some weed control, but I don't think that'll be too big of an issue. If we catch it, we'll take care of the weeds early. We'll lime, plant, weed, fertilize, etc. And I think we'll be okay. Honestly, the whole time I've been plowing, I haven't even been thinking about what crops we're going to plant. I think one is probably going to get one of the crops we can plant now. It's going to be either wheat or barley, if I remember right. Yeah, wheat or barley. So this field, because it's a bigger field, is going to be wheat or barley. And then I think the other field, I might do the oilseed radishes, because when I was reading about them yesterday, I think the other day, I don't know, I was reading about them, and you don't actually harvest them. You plow them into the field, or cultivate them into the field, however you want to call it, and you get fertilizer, like a stage of fertilizer by doing that. So I don't want to have to go through the hassle of planting grass and then harvesting the grass and then tilling the grass and plowing the grass and getting the grass out so I can put a crop down, and then having to worry about baling and all that crap. So I think that's why I'm not going to do any grass on the other field. That'll be the oilseed radish, I think, is what I'm going to do. And then this field, we'll look at the prices, and it'll be either wheat or barley. And yeah, set up for next season. So the other field that I was talking about doing the oilseed radish on, I think I'm going to do soybeans on that field, either soybeans or canola, just to change it up. We're not running low on money, but we only got 146,000. It'd be cool to buy another field to, kind of be able to do multiple types of crops in the spring. I don't know if the prices of the fields change throughout the seasons. That might be one thing that I might note and see if the fields do decrease or increase in price based on the season. I don't know if that would really happen. One thing to keep in mind is the price. So it would be cool to get another field in here. We do have a majority of the equipment that we need already. I think the only thing I need to buy is a weeder for when we have to deal with that. But otherwise, we've got a harvester, we've got seeder, we've got now the spreader for the fertilizer and the lime. Yeah. I think we're in pretty good shape for equipment at the moment. Don't need any more tractors, don't need really any bigger tractors. I quit talking so I can focus on my lines. I think I might have been able to... Oh no, okay. Can't make this plow any wider. Tried. It would be nice to get a bigger tractor to pull a bigger plow, but I don't want... That's a lot of money to spend. If anything, I might buy... Well, we're not even going to be plowing anymore. So I guess we need to buy a cultivator if we're going to take care of that. Maybe do some research on that if we want to do cultivator, power harrow or disc harrow, subsoiler, whatever the case may be. I'm going to do some research on that to know. Because obviously we don't want to use one that's going to be digging up bigger rocks. We want to kind of not go as deep into the ground, I think is how you would say that. But again, with that we'll have to fight the weeds. So actually I'll stop at the end of this row here and I'll check the manual. I think the precision farming section has it has details on what points each tillage style. I don't know how you want to say that. Each way you would till the ground, it shows the points, I believe. So this is talking about the weeds. Ideally, we don't spray at all and we catch the weeds early, because if you spray, you take a hit because of the spray. The environmental score here. Tillage down at the bottom. Plowing burns a lot of fuel. So direct seeding gives 10 points. Plowing gives 0. We already talked about this in the other video, but shallow tillage gives 5. Minimal tillage gives the most points. Again, as you do that though, you have weeds you have to fight with. I wish it would show like the aggressive level of tillage, like if this was medium, deep, or shallow. Like these are obviously deep. These are like miniature shovels going into the ground. There's not a chance that that's shallow. So like the cultivator is probably shallow if I had to guess. And then directly seeding. Which might be the seeder we actually already have. Yeah, you can seed directly in, no previous cultivating or plowing necessary. So that might be the minimal, like the shallow cultivating, and it can do all the seeds we want to do. So this will be our seeder for now. Again, like I said earlier, I'm gonna try after we put the line down and stuff, when we go to plant, I'm gonna have fertilizer and seed in it at once and see if it does it all in one go. Hopefully it does. But if it doesn't, we have the spreader, the broadcast spreader, like on the one that we're doing on the other field with the line. We have that to put fertilizer in. We have plenty of fertilizer to fill that thing up. And we'll just spread the fertilizer that way if we have to. Alright, just about done. We probably got 4 passes left, if I had to guess, maybe 5. The one to the right might take 3. The one on the far side should only take 2, though, I think. Right, we're almost done. Get this done, get the line down. No, we got roll first, I forgot. I gotta do the roll one. So we'll finish up the plow, we'll roll the small rocks back into the ground, then throw down some line. Then we'll see what time it is. I might call it a day after that. I might throw down some seed too, just for testing purposes, because I'd like to see that go in. Actually, double check. The cedar that we have does do that. Seed radish, okay, good. So the cedar we have can plant everything I want to plant. Yeah, I don't know if we'll be able to get the stuff to the right in one pass. That's a little wide. Line this one up correctly, though. We should be able to get this in 2 passes. Whiffed on that. I thought we were going to get lucky and kind of cheat that row. Section. And we'll see if we can make this in one pass. It's going to get a little wide right here. That'll kind of suck if we can't get this in one pass. The wind to the left a little bit. Let's see if we can get it. I don't think we're going to though. We're going to be increasing the row by 2 here in just a sec. I don't think we're going to be wide enough to get it. Not even wide enough to get that right there. Well, shoot. That's okay. Yeah, see how I was talking about how we're on the hill? You can see the tractor kind of has to sputter out and the wheel spin a little bit to get going when we're on the hill. That was an interesting little section. this little random section first before we do the other side, because this is, we know the one to the right is full. This one is just bits and pieces. You can see we got some rocks to roll in, but the needs plow is starting to go away. So we'll roll that, get the lime down and stuff, so making some good progress. This up so we go a little bit quicker. Alright, we're just about done. That's what I like to see. Perfect. Just the lights, lift that up. Go ahead and lift this up. Park it back over here in the garage. To get in and out with the other tractor, if that's out of the way for right now. Broadcast brother a little bit there. Adjust our zoom here. Let's go get the roller. We'll roll those back in there. Out, crooked. Alright, we're gonna start at the far side because that's the longer side. Start back here a little bit. Let's unfold this big boy. Let's see if we got everything. Roll it down. Just a little overlap on the outside grass there, but I want to make sure we're getting all the way to the edge. This should go pretty quick because of the width. it has rolled. Hope so.
He loves to hear that guitar ring. He loves to play. He loves to sing the old songs. Pass down all those
Scoot over in just a little bit more overlap, just to be safe.
You all sing along like a drop to the rain.
They're starting to cycle songs. Let's listen to something else. This in here because it's a little bit tighter spaces on this field than the last one. Yikes, that was bad. Just do that very right. Okay, let's unfold and roll. I think we might have to scoot over to the left a little bit. I don't think it's going to roll out enough. That's not a good roll. Oh, I don't even have it down either. But that's my bad. Alright, let's lower the roller. This is not a good line at all. The roller is not the easiest thing in the world to control. Again, we're gonna have a little bit of overlap because I do not want to have to come back with this thing just for one tiny row. So we're gonna have overlap on the left just to avoid that until I get used to how this thing actually works and controls on turns. Except we obviously missed a spot because that didn't roll. So our overlap is still not enough. Is that a spot of dirt or rocks? Just some scuffed dirt, okay. Missed that section too. Wow, we are not getting that as hard as I try. There we go. Let's see if we can just spin it like that. Oh, nice. Kind of. Cut it tighter. Hey, look at that. We are way crooked, but that's okay. We'll straighten it out. This roller's even a little bit too much for the big tractor. It's kind of struggling going up that hill. This feels like a pretty solid line though. rocks that are kind of left over on the right there. I don't think I'm gonna turn it off or bring it up. I think I'm just gonna... Well, first of all, we're gonna back up because we gotta get that section. Oh boy, what are we doing? I don't know what I'm doing. Just trying to get this little patch of pebbles, what I'm trying to do. Let's do something like this. Now we know we get the ends. Just kind of pull it like that. Not quite. Oh boy, and then I jackknifed it. That's okay. We're having a rough go with this thing. Thought it was difficult on the last field. This field's difficult because there's that hill in the middle that's really making it challenging to twist and turn. I'm not even going to try and cut the corner up here. We're going to section that off just like we did when we plowed. We'll come back on its own pass for that side. Last time here. Try and keep it tight. Can't see with the tree. Not a bad turn, all things considered with the tree in the way. Oh, missed it. Not overlapping enough. Not bad. Definitely could have probably done this in a better pass, but make sure we get all the rocks. Oops, gotta save. Let's look at the maps, looking good though. Oh no. There's a random red speck over there. That's not good. I don't got the equipment to pick that up. I'm not paying $40,000 to pick up one big rock. We're gonna go investigate here in just a second. Wonder if there's like a shovel. Oh. It's like we didn't plow this. Almost. No? This one says it's... Yeah, it's just not harvested. Alright, not the end of the world. Good. We'll just bring the plow out here in just a sec, and we'll... Actually, we're going to do that right now, because we're going to have to after we plow, we're probably going to have to re-roll it, so... Come on, plow, we're not quite done yet. That's wild that we missed that. I don't understand how we missed that section right there. Get as minimal damage as we can right here. Yeah, now it's gone. Okay, sweet. Nice. Not a big rock. Just a terrible plow. Did this job though. Let's go ahead and just park this guy back in here. I'll leave that attached for now, in case we need to come back to it. And what we'll do is we'll do a big loop. We'll go left, catch that, and then we'll swoop back to the right. That's what the plan is. Hopefully this farmer don't mind his field getting a little bit rolled. Helping him out, getting some rocks for him. There we go. Yep, much better. That section looks good. So we're gonna do a big loop this way so we can capture this. Much better. There we go. Oh yeah, you can really see how hilly it is right here. That's what I'm talking about. You can just see the tractor bouncing in the hills. Not an ideal area to have a farm. At least I don't think so anyway. I don't know, it seems like it'd be annoying to have a hill and you're in the middle of your field. Alright, let's go ahead and stop this, fold it up. That main chunk is done, so we just got this little piece right here. Perfect. Let's get this all folded up. Don't dump it in the creek. That'd be bad. Or in the little pond. That would be terrible. Let's unfold and get everything lined up. This should be 2 passes, I would think. If I don't screw it up, like I just about did. Gotta fold it, gotta lower it down, otherwise it's not gonna roll. Yep, 2 passes should fix this. Can't see, we're just gonna hope we got it. Missed a section. Hey, what? Those trees. There's a strong chance those trees meet a chainsaw in their future. Alright, we've got that done. Let's fold everything up. That field is clear like it should be. So it is weed free, it is plowed free, doesn't need rolled, much like this one. So now we'll look here. Again, pH values are terrible until we get the lime on there, but we're going to take care of that. And then nitrogen is also non-existent. I don't think fertilizers ever touch that field. Up for the garden beds. Looks good. Right, now we got the lime business to take care of. What is this? Oh, we got just a little bit of pallet of seeds right there, it looks like, and then some more right there. Yeah, this tractor's got 12% damage on it. They'll be going into the shop once harvest and plant season's done. We'll get them all squared away and taken care of, but for now we got business to attend to. Alright, so what are we gonna do? Again, we're gonna go to the far side, I think. That makes the most sense. We're gonna go to the far side here. Try and line everything up as best as we can. Zoom out a bit. Too far over though. Back up just a little bit. Alright, let's turn the old gal on and yes, we're hitting just like we need a little bit more, but that's okay. That's a good view. Getting a little bit into the grass on the right there, but that's okay. The thing is we're not missing any little strips on there. And we have this set to automatic, so it will take care of the different sand areas, or the soil areas. Actually, we might even come up short on the 12,000 because of this field is more silty clay than this field was, so we might even need to put more in than anticipated. Let's see if I can steer through the woods here. I really hope I hit that. It's okay. That's a terrible line. Might have to do something different about that. Those trees may also need a chainsaw in the near future. Make sure I'm getting this right here. Well, I've used almost 4,000 liters already. So we'll see how close we get to the finish. It'd be cool if we didn't have to go back to the shop, but I think we might have to. Okay, we're gonna do something different here. Jesus, seriously. Hit the one tree that's right there. Alright. We're gonna go this way down here. So that way it will make it easier to turn at the bottom. Except it's dangerous right there. Oh boy. Lost my controls. Yeah, I know I don't have access to that lane. What would I have access to? Okay. We'll put this in the drink. Top out, make sure everything is looking perfect. It is. That's what I like to see. Let me hit that little spot. Apparently I turned it off a little too soon, maybe? Nope. Okay. Alright, I think we're gonna have enough to finish. We're just now getting to 6,000 liters left, and we are definitely over half the field done, so that is cool. Again, we're not going to make the corner there. We're just going to do what we did the last 2 times with the roller, and the plow is going to leave the section to the right on its own, and we'll loop back and catch that just a bit. What are the odds you think we can go straight through the middle and get everything? Nope. We are missing on the right. Shift everything over just a touch. We're gonna have to make another pass through here. Not quite getting that right there. Is it like the other time where it showed? Still shows perfect, okay. It's wild. Just a hair off. If I knew how to drive this better, I could probably get the whole thing. Perfect. Apparently it thinks that's good. Okay, well let's just double check. Not really anything I can do. But it does think all that's perfect, so that's good. Alright, so it's detected that this has already got fertilizer or lime on it, so that's good. See if we can do this in a pass. I don't know if we're going to be able to. Oh, yes we are. Nice and slow, make sure we get everything. I think we're even going to have about 2,000 extra liters. 1,800 liters left. So we almost didn't need that last bag. We are probably doing some serious damage to our equipment at the moment. Wow, what happened there? Jesus, that was annoying. Like jackknifed onto the tree, around the tree. Okay. So what we need to do... There's both. Yep. Okay. So Y is how we unload it. So we need to, whoops, figure out where we're gonna unload the lime. We're just gonna put it right here and pray that it unloads it to the right. Wow. That couldn't have been any worse. So it does go to the right, just must have been too close to the building because it puts it all the way to the right. Alright, let's refill it back up. We'll go find somewhere to put it. Because obviously we don't want it in the middle of the field. I think what we'll do is we'll just drive this way. If it shoots to the right, worst case scenario, it's like in a garden bed or something. Or by the playground, maybe. Not bad. We can drive over there and get it if we need to. No, you can close that. I know we're right next to fertilizer, but... yeah, we're not sticking out too much there.
12 rounds, ding ding. Sick and tired of the whole damn thing, yeah. Stick a move in the ring. You can hit me with the words you fling now. You're never gonna keep me down.
Alright, leave that there. Both fields have lime on them now. This has got perfect levels. So what we're gonna do is get in here. We're gonna go over here and get our seeder and hope that the seeder will fertilize. It doesn't for whatever reason over here. Oh, there's some deer. You see here we have the fertilizer in the, what's it called? It just does not apply. And I don't know if that's because we haven't done any precision farming here. It could be that as well. And then it doesn't know how much fertilizer needs to go on there. But you can see, whoops, I hit the wrong button again. You can see we open the cover, there's nothing in there, and then there's a whole boatload of fertilizer there. And you can change the application rate like that by extending that out. Again, we're not going to do that. We're going to leave it on automatic. Downside about this, there is not a lot of fertilizer in it. So it's going to take forever to lay down some fertilizer. Let's just approach this field and see. Lower it. Okay, what are we doing now? It is applying nitrogen. So does this... This seeds and fertilizes all at once? The other weird thing is it's not losing any fertilizer. So how are we fertilizing? We just did a row. We have 830 liters still. No nitrogen. No nitrogen in this entire field. Come over here. Nitrogen. Again, this is a mod, so the mod may not have been fully set up correctly. Or, I don't know. I'm not sure. But it doesn't make... So we are laying down the correct, according to this, the correct amount of fertilizer for wheat, because that is the seed we have selected. At least that's how I'm understanding this. Yes. So if we switch the optimal for barley. Okay, so because we already did a row, wheat is going to be planted on this field. We've just decided what our crop is. I'm just very confused at why the fertilizer is not decreasing at all. I don't know. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to lift this. We're going to go fill up with seeds. And we're going to try and plant and apply hydrogen or nitrogen all at once, right? refill seeder. Let's see, I don't think I can get close enough to that. Nope, doesn't look like it. Okay, so what we're gonna have to do is loop this around. Well, let's not. Let's just test it the way we have it. So we've got seed and we've got fertilizer in here. We have wheat selected. Whoop, that was a big hit. So let's go right here. Lower the seeder. What is it doing? We are planting. And look at that. We are planting and seeding. Good to know that this thing is actually working like it should. And I just didn't know how to use it. So at the moment, before we get too carried away, we're going to leave that right there, because it's working how we thought. I don't understand why the fertilizer is not going down, but I guess free fertilizer maybe? I don't know. What we need to do, because I don't have forklift at the moment, or a front loader, because I just leased those 2 items. We need to bring this out. So we can drive by it. Oh, we put that there. Okay. So now we can drive by it, and we can go get more seed and fertilizer all in one. So let's go over here real quick, and we'll take care of this field with wheat. The seeder is down. So I guess, yeah, we're not gonna have to do post fertilizer at the moment. We will at the next growing stage, which I don't know if that'll be November, or if we'll have to wait till April to do that, but there will be another fertilizer stage that we have to apply here. Drive through the grass without having to worry about planting random seeds here. We'll do lengthwise here in just a bit. I just wanted to get this area cleaned out since we already started it and for testing. It looks good. So then we'll do this and we'll come back through and roll the I should have tested that on this field actually. I should have tested the oh god. Sometimes I am just so terrible at driving this stuff. I like the trees and stuff, but like This close to the field. Oh my god, I'm gonna do it again. This close to the field, they're annoying. And I'm not even using that large of equipment. Like, it'd be even worse if we're actually using big equipment. This line is not very good, but that's okay. We're getting it done. Well, the fertilizer is going down now. So that's good. I guess it is measuring in kilograms for the nitrogen, not liters, so that could be why. I don't know the equation on that one, but let's hop off here. This is... Which one of these is planted? This can't be growing anything yet, right? I don't think so. Based on the rows, I don't think so. We'll go over it again. Good news is it shouldn't reapply anything because we got everything on automatic, so... Getting dark out, it's kind of hard to see. May have to turn the time speed down just a little bit so I can get everything done in this day, because as I've said before, we got the months are set to one day, so when the day's up, it's gonna be November, and obviously we don't want it to be November when we're not ready for it to be November. Very minimal here, so what we're going to do, we'll do this one last loop. We'll do one more pass down this way, refill on seeds, and then we'll start going up and down. We'll do the long way of applying. I hope I got everything. It's kind of, like I said, it's kind of hard to see. I think I got everything on that last pass. I don't see. I think these are just tire marks. Shows that it's growing wheat. I don't think we missed anything. Oh, I thought we were gonna be doing a lot more. I guess we've done a lot of stuff in the 40, the other tractor, the 4950, but now we got Old Faithful out, the old 4020. She's gonna take us home. We'll do this length here, and then we're going to go refill everything, and then we'll get to work. And you can see everything in the minimap is turning green because the hydrogen levels, or the nitrogen levels, keep trying to say hydrogen. The nitrogen levels are increasing as they should be, so we're in good shape there. Seeder up here. We're gonna go this way actually. We are still gonna do the radishes, the oilseed radish, like I was saying on the other field, though. So I want to see how that works out, and then that'll allow us to plant soybeans. There we go. Look at those pallets shrinking. Now we're rocking and rolling. Might as well, while we're here, we'll go this way and then we'll start the up. Alright. Got the length to go. Turn on the cruise control and just start button. The nice thing about this, I was just going to say, is if I miss a spot, it's easy to know because the line is on the field still. So that makes it really easy. You just look for where the line is at, and if you miss a spot, that's how you know.
Carry this in no matter what. They don't teach this at school. I don't know what I get butterflies when I think of you.
Oh boy, the old tractor, she's struggling to get up that hill. Alright, I need a sec here. Needs rolling. Yep, and we will do some rolling after this. Okay, let's get back to business here. Whoop, that was wobbly. I tried to do a shortcut, didn't work out. Might have worked out if the trees were in the way. I'm also curious if the tire line that we see over there on the left is going to affect the yield or not. And I also wonder if it's doing that because the soil may be wet, because it did rain in my last video, still the same day, but in my last video it rained earlier in the morning. And so I wonder if that rain kind of affected that or not. I'm not sure. They've had the rain cloud up there in the weather forecast for like the last, I don't know, 4 hours in game time. Like it said it's gonna rain since like 12 o'clock in game, so I don't know. There's a weather station you can get on the farm that helps increase the accuracy of that. I'll probably pick that up when I have a little bit of extra cash. I don't think it's too much. I think it's less than $10,000, but we're starting to run low on funds and not at the moment making money too quickly, so you gotta be careful with what we're spending on at the moment. We gotta get the necessities first, and then potentially save for another field, because obviously another field is gonna bring in more money. Not gonna shortcut this one. What we are gonna do is do this. Give us some space at the end of this field. That. Loop around like so. Much better. Oops, wrong one. Put that up there. The lines are going to be a little goofy in the field, but I don't think it'll affect how it grows. If it does, we're probably not even going to notice it because we're going to harvest it anyway, so. To see how this field works out now that we've done it correctly. The field over there that we did with wheat that used to be grass, we plowed, seeded, nothing else. Didn't fertilize, didn't lime, nothing. So that one is not going to yield very well, I bet. And then this one, since we've taken care of it, should perform better. I should have checked our precision farming score. I don't think it's gone up. I think it was 49 the whole time. So I'll be curious how this all shakes out. You can tell our environmental score has already gone up to 50 because we've been increasing the fields here. Like the quality of the fields, that is. it's just that one little hill right there. It's hard to get up. Other than that, the old 4020 handles it just fine. Almost got 10 hours on this tractor, and that I don't think is in-game time. I think that is real time. Like the amount of time I've been playing this, I think I've been on this tractor for 10 hours, which is wild. I don't know if anyone plays Rocket League, but that's one of my favorite games. I haven't played it in a while, but in Rocket League, they track odd stats of how many goals you've scored with a certain car or a certain decal, how many wins you have with a car, I think is what that one is. But the tires and the boost, because you can customize everything on the car, the tires and the boost will track like hours boosted and how many kilometers or miles, depending on how you have the game set, in how many hours and miles and kilometers you have on the tires, and it's really cool to see that stuff. So it's cool to see that we almost had 10 hours on the 4020 tractor. I don't know if the achievement overlays, like the Xbox achievements that pop up, I don't know if those come through on the stream or not, but we did have one a little bit ago that like crossed a threshold for using one tractor for a certain amount of time or certain miles or something. I don't know. I haven't looked at the achievement yet, but I saw that achievement come up and that was pretty cool to see. Yeah, it looks like we've already looped through all the songs in this station, so let's go to Das E-Work. This is supposed to be like the German EDM type station. So let's listen to this, get something a little bit different here. Anyone is into the electronic music scene, the EDC festival out in Las Vegas was last weekend. I watched a little bit of it on YouTube. The stages looked phenomenal. Looked really awesome. So that was last weekend. I had a friend that was at that. Looked like it was a good time. It's left bumper. It's left bumper to raise and lower. Right bumper brings on the lights. That's why I got the little help menu in the top left, because I still have not memorized the controls. I got the basic stuff, like A is attach and stuff like that, and Y switches between your front and back tools, but still need them to know that lift seater is B, select seeds Y, all that stuff. So just about done with this field. We are over 3 hours into the stream. I don't think I'm going to do the other field. I'm getting hungry. I need to go get some lunch. So I think after we take care of this field, I think I might be done for the day. But it was, Jesus, I did it again. I turned the light on again. It's a very good, good stream, I think. A lot of, good learning experience here of now knowing what my seeder does, that it seeds and fertilizes in one go. Learned how to use the roller, which was an adventure because of how wide it is. We bought the lime and fertilizer spreader. Again, got to learn how to use that. That was pretty cool to see the lime getting spread out. I like that the lime is spread out, as I said earlier. It's easy to tell where the seeder and fertilizer has gone now that it's starting to get a little bit darker here, and the browns are kind of mixing in. Just see where there's lime left. If there's still lime left, then you know you gotta go over that area. But that's really nice to use, and I'm glad that this seeder and fertilizer is working like I had thought it did, based on the description in the shop showing that I could do fertilizing. But never know sometimes with the mods. All the mods I've downloaded so far, I don't know who did them all. I apologize for that, but all the mods I've done so far have worked really, really cool, really well. They're really, really cool mods. Add a lot of realism to the game and stuff like that. So I'm glad that this mod is working as intended, and it was user error, and I had no idea how to use it. So I guess when I planted the wheat in the other field, I didn't have fertilizer in it at the time because I was still new. Not sure how the fertilizer and stuff worked, so I just had seeds in it. So that makes a lot of sense. And I was kind of wondering that, if that's how it worked. Yeah, so focus on getting these last couple passes done, and we'll probably call it a stream. Don't know when I'll be on next, maybe next week sometime. We'll take care of field 5, and once field 5 is done, we'll need to finish this one too, I suppose. We need to roll this, so we'll finish this, and then in the next video we will roll this field, and then we'll finish up field 5. We're gonna do the oil seed radishes, plant those. I'm just gonna put them in here. Oh no. How long have we been going? Not that far. Okay. We gotta go get wheat, because I've been too busy just enjoying the chit chat and talking and writing. We don't have any seeds in here, so luckily we have not been going very far. So let's cut the chit chat, get back to business here. Let's focus. We're gonna go get some seeds. We'll top off the fertilizer as well while we're over here. But yeah, like I was saying over at the other field, we will use oilseed radish. So the oilseed radish is supposed to act as a fertilizer. I don't know if it actually acts as a fertilizer when you first plant it. So I'm going to use this seeder. We'll have fertilizer in there. We'll use oilseed radish seeds. We'll see what happens. If it fertilizes, great. If it doesn't, then we'll figure that out at the time. I'm not really too concerned about it now, knowing that this works. So yeah, silly me for not paying attention to our seed counter here. Looks like we still got plenty of seed there. We've got a little over 2 pallets left, so not bad. And we still got that random bit of fertilizer there and stuff, so oh shoot, we need to pull up the map so I can see where to drive of what we missed here. Doesn't look like too much, so that's good. Obviously this big chunk here. I think we'll do this chunk and then we'll come back on what we missed over there. And you see, it says it's growing wheat. So we're good there. Good thing we got this map here. So we know that this brown is not growing anything. And then we need to do this strip here. Catch this strip right there. It's weird that it like gapped. Like, so like it's seeded and then didn't seed and then seeded and then didn't seed. That doesn't make much sense to me, but that's okay. Oh yeah, you can. Oh, I don't know. The one on the right doesn't look correct either, but you can clearly see two different like textures right along this line. Maybe I'm just seeing things, but it definitely looks like it's different to me. Let's start up. We'll do this. We'll do the other line, the line of lime, and we'll roll through that way. That should cover the wheat. We still missed it. Yeah, that line next to me, that must have been not really there, like I thought. Let's lift this. I'm just gonna take this in a straight line, I think, all the way. We're still missing. Nope, okay, the map just isn't updating in real time. Nope, we definitely missed a spot. Cedar is down. Spot is in front of us, so we should have caught it now. There is a line right here that we're taking care of. Missed it again. Okay. Oh, we're gonna do some. Oh, okay, it did work. We're on the line right now. Should be spreading. Okay, got that. Let's go ahead and lift the cedar here. Try and line up as best as we can here. Yep, right here. So this is what I thought was not seeded, and it is definitely not. This should be taking care of the line here. And not very far, so right here you can actually see the end of it. Let's go ahead and lift the cedar. Line is gone, perfect. Whoops, what did we do there? Okay. Yeah, see, so we've raised this from 49 to 51 already. So that's good. We got lime on it. We've taken the samples. Doesn't show mineral fertilizer on there though. I don't know. Back to this field, okay. So now I just got the little red chunk over here that we're already aware of, so pretty easy. Alright, mess with the cruise control. we're struggling to get up this little hill. That was a terrible line. We left so much room on the left side that we could have made this easier on ourselves. I think we're still able to get it in one pass, so that's good. Okay, that should be the field. Get this finished off. Alright, everything's planted there. pH levels are looking good. They're going to be different based on the soil type. So, like the silty clay is going to need more lime and pH. It's going to need a higher pH level than what the sandy loam would need. Same thing with the nitrogen. You're going to need a little bit higher. Oh no, it looks like it's less nitrogen though for the loam, the silty clay, and then higher nitrogen here. Interesting. And then this is our other field here, number 5. Obviously bright red, it has no nitrogen on it right now. pH level is good because we've applied lime to that. Yield is going to suck over here. It's not going to be pretty. So we'll see what happens there. Yield again, so there. Maybe that goes up once we apply fertilizer though. We'll see what happens. And then the seed rate. Because this is silty clay, you have to apply more seed to it versus the sandy loam. Here, once we apply the seed, this will give us more information on the soil there, but it should be mostly standard and low seed rate because there's not a lot of silty clay there, because it's got, you know, a good portion of loam and sandy loam, which are good. So this will have probably a higher seed rate, and then less as we progress to the left side of the field. So we are looking good there. The fields are starting to come together, start to improve. Let's go find somewhere to park this guy. I don't know where to park him at the moment. This isn't an ideal spot to park it, but that's where it's going to get parked for now. We're going to bring him over to the parking spot over here. Look at that, right at 10 hours on the tractor. So we've had 10 hours on the old 4020. That thing has been an iron horse. Look at that, it's all dirty. We're gonna give her a nice bath once we're done working. It's gonna get a nice bath. You can see 59% damage. We have been through some wars, which probably not supposed to be through that kind of damage when you're actually farming in real life. So, but yeah, this old gal, she's been an iron horse. So we'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for taking the time to watch. Have a good weekend, and yeah, thanks for taking the time to watch. We'll catch you later. See ya.